Hi, this is Candace, and I will be presenting on Jonah 4:3. I will begin by reading it in Hebrew. Va'ata Adonai, kana et nafshi memeni, ki tov moti mehayayi. And so we can begin right there at the very top. We start off with the vav plus the adverb ata, and so we can translate that either as and now or therefore. We move on and we get to Adonai, and in the notes we saw that it was evocative, and so we can translate that as O Lord. We also see this zakef on the top, so we know that this is a comma or a pause, a small break between those words and the following. We move on to ka, which is the imperative masculine singular of laka. Laka acts as a first nun sometimes, and so we see that the lamed has disappeared. We can then translate that to take away, and we will soon find out what we are taking away. However, we are at this participle here, and we can either translate it as I pray, please, or we can leave it untranslated and use it as an exclamation upon the phrase that we are talking about. However, we see that there's a conjunctive, well, two conjunctive accents, and so we're going to be able to connect these two separate phrases together. So we have the MDDO et, and that is talking about nafshi. We have the first singular, first person singular suffix on top of nefesh, so it is my life. And we are talking about Jonah's life, and we now find out what Jonah is asking the Lord to take away, and that is his life. And we move on to Memeni, and here in BDB it talked about the reduplicated min on top of the min, and I know Dr. Thomas talked about it in one of his videos a few weeks back, and so we know that it is my because of the first person suffix there at the end of it as well. Here at the bottom we get a achna, and that is translated either as a semicolon or a period, and I would like to do it as a semicolon because the next phrase goes along with it, but there is a pause or a stop there. We move on to the particle ki, which is translated for. Here is tov, and again we see these conjunctive accents moving us along the verse. Down here we get moti, and in BDB it said that that was the noun form for death. And then we move to this min, which we're going to use it in its comparative form, which we will then see Jonah is comparing life and death. And here hayayi is the noun form of life, and so he is comparing death and life and saying that because the min is attached to life, that is the lesser of the two. And then we end with a saf pasach, which is a full stop, and then we have this in our notes, which is a sedema, I think. I don't know how to say that. And so that is it. I will translate it completely now in English. And now, O Lord, I pray, take away my life from me, for death is better than life. And I used the masculine noun forms for both life and death. I had there in some translations it says, for me to die is better than living. However, because the BDB, I decided to translate it like this. So I hope you guys have a great day. God bless.